Hi ACA instructor. Here's your upcoming events that are available in terms of service learning. I wanted to remind you about the Living Well Health Fair at the Stevens Center. If you still have students who need to satisfy their service learning hours, you can contact Roger Bailey at 776-4048. Um, Remember that this month coming up is Thanksgiving. And so if you have a group, if you still have a group who is looking to do something, you can always encourage your students to work together as a group to organize a canned food drive or a food drive or a clothing drive or some type of coat drive for local families. And then they can donate it as a group to a local thrift store or agency, Family Promise of Lee County. They can donate it to or sponsor a family as a group. So that's something. Another idea that you can encourage your students to do that I've been working with Laura Lawfer and Kim Overcash there in Pittsboro is they are going to encourage their students to actually start up the service learning center, if you will, in Pittsboro. So what they're doing is they're encouraging their students to formulate a needs assessment form, somewhat of what I did this summer as far as getting partnerships for the local agencies. And what you can do is that you can sit down with me if you like and discuss some of the things that local agencies would need in terms of volunteers. And you can encourage your students to come up with a assessment like that. Encourage them to call certain agencies to see what kind of volunteer needs they have. So that's something as well that would serve as a project. And but we can sit down and talk about that a little bit more if you still have a group of people or a few people that still need to satisfy their hours. And one other thing is, I talked to some of you about the Sanford Housing Authority and their need for a family assessment interview. I've talked with Chandra Hyacinth there at the Sanford Housing Authority, and she does still want to do this. So I'm going to meet with her on Tuesday, November the 5th. And when I meet with her, she's going to want to know how many students we have available. So if you still have students who have not satisfied their hours, please let me know so that I can have a count of students to give Ms. Hyacinth on Tuesday. Remember to submit your forms as they come in, or if you want to submit them all together as a class. The forms, the approval forms. I've heard from some of you asking about what serves as service learning, and I love those kind of questions because what normally I'm going to say is it depends on what the agency contact will say as far as the description. So it's really important for you to get the approval form filled out, for the student to get the approval form filled out. So if you have those forms, if you want to go ahead and submit them, go ahead and turn them in, you can turn them in, put them in my box in the mail room, box number 34. And as always, if you have questions, feel free to let me know. Thank you for what you do.